So different events we have seen. Now we will see like few more events as a part of it, and then we'll go to the next concept. Now, first of all, what is meant by an event? What is meant by an event? Right. When I say about an event is nothing but an action performed by the user. Okay. An event is nothing but an action performed by the user. That is what we call it as an event. Now, what are the actions user can perform? That means when I open, let's say Flipkart is an application. Okay, Flipkart is my application. When I try to open this application, I'm able to interact with this particular application in different manner. That means maybe I can click on this particular link, or else maybe I can enter something like this. Okay, and at the same time, I maybe, let's say, when I open like any other, you see, if I keep my mouse on here, am I able to get like, the bigger screen or not? That means some zooming effect. When I keep my mouse on here, I'm able to change it. So all these, what are the actions? These are all what we call it as action. When user perform an action, then it is behaving differently here. When user keep mouse on here, I'm able to see that image. When I keep my mouse on over here, then I'm able to see like this. When user click on add to cart, then that item will be added to the cart and it is showing me some functionality. All these are nothing but the actions that are performed. Everything is an action. That means when user interact with that application, that is what we call it as an action, and those actions are nothing but the events. Now, how it behaving? That means when I click on, let's say, add to cart, the item will be added to the cart, right? Yes or no? When user click on, let's say, the remove button, the item is getting removed. And at the same time, when a user keep mouse on there, I'm able to see like, that particular image only. How I'm able to get like, such kind of things means every event is having an event handler, which is nothing but a function. That means every event is associated with an event handler. That event handler is nothing but a function, a simple function that what we are having. So what are the different events we have? Means we have many events are available. Examples of that events are going to be, we have, let's say, click is one event, and at the same time, let's say mouse events are available. I may be write like, mouse over, writing, okay, mouse out, okay, mouse out I can write, or else maybe the keyboard events are available, key up is available, and key down is available. And at the same time, maybe let's say if we can go to the form, when it comes to the form, blur event is available, focus is available. Like that, we have different events are available. Every event when user perform, or every action when user perform, then at that time what we are going to do, that can be handled with the help of function, and that function what we call it as event handler. Now, these events are not new in Angular. Whatever that events we have in every web application, we have the same events even in the Angular also. That means JavaScript, like every event which is starts with on keyword. But when it comes to here, like let's say in Angular, all the events are going to be written with the help of a parenthesis. That means in Angular, we have all the events, and every event is written with the help of parenthesis. Okay, parenthesis. That means if it is a JavaScript, on click, on mouse over, on key up, on key down, like that it is. But when it comes to that Angular, every event is going to be written with the help of parenthesis, and it is also known as it is also known as event binding. Some people may call it as event binding also. That's up to you. That means how to write a simple syntax is like this. That means you can apply that event for any of the tag. Maybe I can take a button. When user click on the button, now what I want to do, I just want to do execute some function. Now what function you guys wants to execute, you can write. Maybe let's say I'm writing an insert that what I'll be having, and I'm going to close the button. And here, this is what we call it as event, and this is what we call it as event handler. When an event is happen, how you are going to handle that, you can specify it over there. Now for that, what I can do, I'm going to write the function something like this. This is how, like, we will be write the function and we can write the implementation. So this is like, in general, but high level, like, this event is nothing but the sender. Whenever if users send a request, and we have what, a subscriber which is available, and who will, like, subscribe that particular event and execute the logic, and this total together we call it as a behavioral pattern. We have the design patterns, right? Behavioral pattern, architectural design pattern, and also like the different design patterns are available. But event handling comes under the behavioral pattern. When sender sends a request, or when its senders perform an action, then we have a receiver, and this receiver, what we call it as observer. That is high level, but it is not required, but it comes under, like, a design pattern only. That design pattern is nothing but the behavioral design pattern. Now, as the part of it, every event handler is having one default parameter, that is a dollar event. When it comes to the JavaScript, we have two, but when it comes to, let's say, Angular, we have only one. Now the question is, what is design pattern? What is design pattern? Okay, a design pattern is nothing but a solution that are commonly occurred, like, the problems with that existing technology. I hope you people might know about JSP. But right now, do we have good market for JSP? No. Why? Why market is not good for JSP? Why you people have learned, like, let's say, Spring MVC or Struts MVC? Both are used for web development only, right? Coming to the .NET people, I hope you guys know about ASP.NET, but still ASP.NET is not good in the market. We are using ASP.NET MVC much more in the practical environment. Why? What is that answer for that question? Okay. Right. That means, let's say, whenever if I develop an application, just assume that I'm going to develop a kind of banking application, and I have like good customer. Okay, I have like, any application you can take. I started with, like, with one technology, and I have good customer base is there, and my application is working very well. Over the period of time, the customer expectations are also going to be more. If I'm getting, like, more customer, then customers are expecting, like, different feature. I need to provide those features, otherwise customers won't be stayed in our application. That is where, when I'm trying to develop any kind of new feature, if that existing technology is not supported, then what I can do? Do I need to rebuild the whole application? Tell me. If that is the case, definitely it's a lot of, like, time waste process, first thing. And second thing is going to be investment also. It's something more to start, like, from the scratch level. And I can't hold the customers till I complete the whole application also. That is the reason whenever your existing technology is comes with some problem, on the top of it, what I can do, I'll keep a design pattern and I can provide the solution with respect to that particular problem. That is what we call it as a design pattern. A design pattern is nothing but it is a solution that are commonly occurring problem with the existing technologies. That is what we call it as a design pattern. And we have around 16 to 17 design patterns are available. All these design patterns are designed by 4 people and we call them as gang of 4. GOF design patterns are available. I will show you. Maybe still Spring Boot is started. No, right? Then definitely you will come to know. But here it is not required to know about that much. But if you can go to here the design pattern, we have benefits of design pattern. Okay, we have 20 plus design patterns are available. And all these design patterns are developed by 4 people. Design patterns GOF. GOF stands for gang of 4, gangs of 4. That means total 4 people. These are the 4 people, Erich Gamma, Richard, Ralph, John. Okay, these are the 4 people who invented the design pattern. We have creational, structural, and behavior. Under this again you see, when it comes to creational, singleton, factory, abstract, and structural, adapter, composite, proxy, facade, like that it is. And behavioral design patterns are going to be this one. And in that, observer pattern is available. And observer pattern is nothing but the one that what we are working. That means the event handling is there, right? It comes under the observer pattern. Observer pattern is one of the behavioral design pattern. Observer pattern is useful when you interested in the state of an object and you wanted to get notify whenever there is any change. That means when user keep mouse on there, then the state of that will be changed, right? When user click on that, the state will be changed. I have a text box which comes with an empty type, but when I enter some data in that by pressing the keyboard, then the state is going to be changed. So then if you wanted to get a notification, then we are using what? This design pattern. That is where that much is not required. And here you can see observer design pattern in Java they are telling, but design patterns are not specific for a particular tools and particular technologies. Whatever all the design patterns we are having here, 23 plus design patterns are available, 23 or 24. I'm not sure how many, but all these design patterns are not related to any technology. You can use in Java and .NET people can use it in the .NET, and Java people then they can use, and Angular we use, React we use, Python we can use, and anywhere we can use that in order to provide the enhancement. That is what we call it as a design pattern. And coming to that event handling is also comes with what? A design pattern. That is what we call it as a observer pattern. And this pattern is nothing but a behavioral pattern that what we are having. That is what I told you. But this is high level. I thought of the design patterns are done from your end. That is where I told you. But if you not understand, leave about that point. That is where I haven't mentioned. Okay. But everything, every item that what we are discussing here, background, we have lot of things. It is not required to know that much, but just for an idea. That's it. Now you see every event handler is having one default parameter. Am I having any parameter here? No, right? But by default, which comes with some default parameter, and that default parameter is nothing but event, and this event $event is used to get the properties of the control where the event has been fired. That means suppose let's say I have a button here. Now every button when it comes to here, which comes with some ID by default, right? And at the same time, I may be having some name also for the button. I may be having some classes also for that particular button. Now I have a requirement. The requirement is going to be, I wanted to get the class names that I have applied. I wanted to get, let's say, the name of the particular control, or I wanted to get the ID of the control. Such kind of things, if you wanted to get, then what we are going to do, we will be using what? Dollar event. And dollar event is a predefined one. You need not to declare it outside. It's a predefined one. What it will do is it will get the element reference, and that element is going to be get, like, by using the dollar event, we can access the ID of the control, name of the control, or class of the control. And not only that, at the page level also, let's say in X direction where it is going to be. Suppose I keep my mouse on here, then according to the X direction, what is the coordinate value and Y coordinate value. Suppose when user press a key, whatever the key char, that means the keyboard character user has pressed. Such kind of things, if you wanted to get, then we are using dollar event. The same thing even in the real-time program. I mean in Java.NET, we have what? Event handler is available, and that event handler will contain two parameters. One is object sender and event talks is available. Java also the same. There is nothing different. That is what I told you. It's all about, like, kind of siblings. Both are like, whatever we can do in Java, we can do it in .NET. Whatever we can do it in .NET, we can do it in Java also. Almost all similar, but here coming to, we have only one argument, but in JavaScript, we have two arguments. This and event is available, but here together we are having only one. That is what? Dollar event, which is used to get ID, name, class, something like this. Okay, I will show you, like, couple of examples on this one. How do we work with this particular one? But coming to the event, I'm categorizing. That means we have following categories. When I say about the category, the first events are going to be mouse events are available. And the second one is going to be, we have keyboard events are available. And at the same time, we have button events are available. And at the same time, element events are available. And after that, we have, let's say, clipboard events are available. Clipboard events are available. Form events are available. Form events are available, etc. That what I can write. Now coming to the mouse, we have different again. Let's say mouse over, and at the same time, mouse out is available. And at the same time, we have mouse up is available. Mouse down is available. Like that it is. And coming to the keyboard event, we have three: key up, and then key down is available, and also key press is available. And coming to the button, we have three events are available. Click is one event, and at the same time, double click is available, DBL click is available, and at the same time, context menu is available. So all these are the event, but if you know how to work with one event, all are similar. There is nothing difference over there. And coming to that element events are going to be, I'll have focus, blur is available, and at the same time, I remember only these two. And coming to the clipboard is nothing but copy, paste, okay, and also cut is available. So like that, we have different categories are available coming to the mouse and keyboard, button and all. But 90% of our scenario, we will be using button events only, and the second priority will be given to the keyboard, and third priority will be with the mouse event. And form events a bit important, but apart from that, like, element events are important. Apart from, like, everything is going to be, that's all depend on the requirement. Okay, that's all depend on the requirement that what we are having. That's up to you. If you want to practice, you can just Google it and then practice for each and everything. But as the part of the training, I'm going to explain you few events that how we can make use of it. So for that, I'll create a new application. So how to create a new application? Ng generate. Very good. I wanted to create a new application and the name is going to be, let's have event binding and then CSS. Right. Now I'm doing the basic sanity over here, event binding, and there we have an SRC folder and there we have the style folder, and let me get the bootstrap over here so that I am using import URL and where I can give the node module, and there I am having bootstrap over there and dist CSS, and I am going to write what? Bootstrap dot CSS, that what I can write. And the next one is going to be, we have an import URL. There I can have the node module and I can go with the bootstrap icon, font and bootstrap icon dot CSS, that what I can write. And save this application. And the next one is going to be, let me create a component over here. I'll right click on here and add a new folder, and the name of the folder is going to be components. Okay, slowly, like, adapt with this kind of architecture. Whenever if you are creating any item, create a separate folder, and that's very important. Now I'm going to create a component folder and open that with the integrated terminal, and then I'm going to use the command prompt. Okay. And here, let's write the one ng g c for the component, and the first component is going to be, let's say, event, just event I'm writing hyphen skip hyphen test. Okay. And coming to here, this is how it is. Now I'll be using this event component TS, event component HTML. Now in this example, I'm going to demonstrate how, like, how to use, let's say, dollar event. We have a dollar event, right? Like how we can make use of it, I will show you. So to do that one, first I'll take a div which contains the class as going to be container, and then I'm using h2 event binding, that what I can say, and at the same time let us have a simple button. When user click on the button, I'm going to write some function. You can write, like, any function. Maybe I may be writing something like hello is the one that what I am using, and following with dollar event I have written, and the name of the button is going to be hello. And here for this particular button, I'm going to apply few property. ID is equal to, let's say, btn hello, that what I can write, and at the same time name is equal to hello, and after that I'll be giving the class equal to btn hyphen primary, that what I am writing here. I hope everyone is clear with this one, right? Nothing, very simple button I have created, and this is what we call it as an event, and this is what we call it as event handler. Now for this particular one, I'll be providing a function, and I'm going to write the function here, public hello, and here we are supplying one parameter, right? Yes or no? Dollar event is like one parameter I'm giving, so that here also you can create some parameter of type any, that what I can give. And here the name can be anything. The parameter name can be anything. It doesn't matter that we always go with E only. You can give any name. And I'm just, this is used to get, like, the control, nothing apart from that. Now what I can do, By using that, we can get like, many things. Now I'm using document dot write is the function that what I can write, where I can use the interpolation syntax here, and then I'm going to write the first one is going to be button ID. Now, how to get the button ID? Simply, what I can do, we have event dot, we have E is available dot, we have target dot ID. If I'm using, I'm able to get that particular one. When I use what? E is nothing but the event from which element the event has been fed, that one. And target is nothing but the control. Whatever the control we are having, that is the target. And for that target, what is that ID? I can get it from there. And I'm giving a break over here and then copy. And suppose I wanted to get, let's say, name of the button, then event dot target dot what property we are having? Name property. You can give the name. And the same way, I'll be writing another one here, button, maybe let's say the classes that what I'll be giving, so that I can give class over here. That's it. Button dot event dot class or class name. Let me check. And the next one is going to be, suppose let's say I wanted to get like, the coordinate value that is not related to this particular button. That means that is available directly from that event. That means where the user has clicked, that I wanted to get. Then what I can do, these three are what, when I use the target is nothing but that element, that is button. But now I wanted to get irrespective of the target where user has clicking. That means what is the x coordinate value and what is the y coordinate value of that particular button on the client. Client is nothing but a browser. That means in browser where that particular element is available, I wanted to get that particular one. Then x coordinate, that what I can use. How I can use? I am using dollar e dot. We have client x is available, and the same way I am going to write e dot, okay, y coordinate value, and here I am using dollar e dot client y is available. When I use like this, now you can see how it would be. Before that, I'm going to run my application. So NGS -o hyphen project is equal to event binding and say okay. Okay, right now what app component is executing. I wanted to execute my component. App-event. Let's go to the index.html and where I can give what? App-event is available, and then following with what? App module, and the event component is available, and let me give that particular component, save it, and then you can just come back here. I'm able to see something like this. Now the time when user click on here, now you can see, am I able to get all the details or not? What is that ID I have given? BTN hello. And what is the name I have given? Hello as the name. And what are the classes I have applied? BTN and BTN primary. And it is showing you where that, what is that x coordinate value of that particular button, or else where user has click on there. That is what, 87, and y coordinate value is going to be 68, that what we are having. And also now you see, we can get like different things. Suppose let's say I wanted to get whether like, user has pressed the control key or not. For that, e dot ctrl key is available. That is like, one event property is there. Now you can see when I user click on here, control key, right now what it is showing me? False, because I haven't pressed anything. But you see, when I press the control key, okay, now coming to here, now I'm pressing the control key and then click on hello. Now you see, am I able to get the true or not? So such kind of things, if you wanted to get, then we are using what? Dollar event. Dollar event is going to be a predefined event parameter. Simply, I can say it's an event parameter which is used mainly with the purpose is going to be to get the reference of the control where the event has been applied. If I apply for a button, then it will get the button detail. If I am applying the event for, let's say, mouse, div, then it will get the div detail. If I am applying for some XYZ element, then it will get the details of that particular one. That is how it is going to be. Clear, na? Clear, everyone? Right. Now the next one. What is mean by real time? First of all, every time the same question I observing. What is mean by real time? Don't you think this is not a project? Then what is that question? Yesterday also I saw like one more question. Where do we use ng for or something? When I was ng class in real time. There is nothing difference in real time and here. Here we are learning, let's say, an example. All those examples, if you can keep it in one place, that is what a project. Right? Yesterday, whatever we developed, it was taken how many days? 2 days for me to complete. But individual concept I have explained. All together I have explained like as the one. Do you feel like any difference in between those two? No, right? Same ng for same syntax. Same ng class, same syntax. Ng style, same syntax. Then what's the difference in real time and here? Nothing. Okay, when I say about practically, like, to get the reference of the control, that's it. That means, like, let's say I have a button. Generally, how to get the reference when it comes to the JavaScript document.getElement by ID. That is where you should know the basics of the JavaScript. Document.getElement by ID is the function which is used to get that element reference. That means we should write like that. And if you wanted to get the class, document.getElement by class name, getElement by tag name, like that we have different methods are available which are related to the DOM in the JavaScript. All together, we are going to use it in one particular event. I mean, one particular parameter. That is what we call it as dollar event. Because from one technology to another technology, if you wanted to move, definitely there should be some, like, the code optimization. Yes or no? Otherwise, like, I hope you know, when it comes to the C language, we have to write something more. But coming to the C#.NET and Java, which can be optimized or not? Yes or no? That means write less and do more. The main aim of, like, coming the new technologies is all about write less and do more, nothing apart from that one. We can do everything with the existing and scratch level, but why should I write, like, something more? That is where write less and do more. As the process of it, all the DOM events that are available when it comes to the JavaScript and the DOM properties that are available, all those are going to be appended to one parameter. That is what we call it as a dollar event. Something. That's it. Nothing apart from that one. And the purpose of the dollar event is used to get the control. Shrikant, what is the, okay, the practical usage, if you can ask me, suppose let's say I have 10 buttons are available. For all the 10 buttons, I am giving, like, the same event handler. Is it possible or not? Yes or no? Yes, it is possible, right? Definitely it is possible. Because yesterday only we have seen maybe the category change. I provided, like, the links over there. When user click on, let's say, electronics, I'm able to display the electronics data. When user click on jewelers, I'm able to display the jewelry data. Suppose if I'm giving let's say all the places I am giving what? The same function name. Maybe in place of hello, category change is the function I use. But I wanted to know from which button the event has been fired. Then how you will identify? How you will identify? Just think yourself. Then at that time, dollar event will be helpful or not? Yes or no? That means simply I can say here, I am writing something like this. Hello, I am using E and I'm going to write a simple condition. Okay, the condition is going to be something like this. If E dot target dot ID is equal to, let's say button 1, then what we want to do, that you can write it here, right? Suppose let's say I am writing what? Another one. If E dot target dot ID is equal to, suppose if it is going to be button 2, what you want to do, you can write it here or not. That means we are able to identify based on that particular control. That means from which control it is going to be fired. If that is a case, okay, if that is a case, how to get this particular ID from HTML to the TypeScript? How to get it? That is the reason where I used what? Dollar event. Clear now? Clear or not? Now you can see, suppose let's say this is the first button, and at the same time I'll be copying it and then coming with the second button, and the ID of this is going to be BTN, welcome, that what I am using. Now for this also I'm applying the same. Okay, and here I'll be writing something like this, welcome. Now what I can do, when user click on any of the button, I'm able to display the same message. Suppose let's say I'll be using something like alert. Okay, welcome, that what I am using, and save it. And then if you can just come back here, to button, when user click on any button, it is showing me welcome only, right? But I have a requirement. If user has clicked on the first button, I want to display hello, and second button I want to display welcome. Then how I can identify that particular buttons? How I can identify? For that reason only, I use the dollar event. Now what I can do, I'll be writing if E dot target dot ID is equal to, okay, ID is equal to BTN hello, okay, BTN hello. Then what I want to do, I'm going to write something like alert hello, that what I can use. And then I'm going to write else. I'm writing one more if condition, E dot target dot ID is equal to, when I give the second button name, that is going to be BTN welcome. Then what I can do, I'm writing here welcome as that. Now save it and then come back here. Now you see how it is behaving. When I click on, let's say first button, it is showing me hello. When I click on second button, it is showing me welcome. Did you understood now the importance of dollar event? Yes or no? But in general, like if there is no dollar event, what I can do? I supposed to create two different functions, right? Two different event handlers has to be created. We don't have any other option. But when I use the dollar event here, the advantage is going to be, we can easily identify from which control the event has been fired. That you can identify, and based upon that, you can write your own logic. That is all about like writing less, obviously, and doing more. Okay, clear? Right, very good. Now we will start with the next one, that is the mouse event. So how do we apply the mouse event? I'll just explain you. And before that, I'll be creating, first of all, let's go to the Flipkart. I'm going to download like few images from here. Okay, that's it. So what is the requirement is like whenever user keep mouse on there, I wanted to get that particular image. That's my requirement. Nothing apart from that. Let's download this one also. Alright. Okay. So I have a requirement. The requirement is going to be whenever if user has clicked on it, then I want to get that corresponding show something like the way how we are having in the Flipkart application, exactly similar to that. I wanted to build a simple application. So how we can do that one? To do that one, first of all, I'm going to use the same thing. Let's remove this hello. Otherwise, why to disturb this? Let's add another one, another component I'll create. What? NG only, that is. N is here. Okay. Now I'll go to the component and we have the mouse event. Let's open these two and then do the basic sanity. I'll copy that and then and I'm giving app-mouse and at the same time mouse component. I'll go to the module and giving it over here. That's it. So like that it is going to be, we have like, component and HTML. What I can do is I'll be using a div which contains the class as going to be container, the basic thing. The very first thing is going to be, I want to display like, all the shoes images that I'm having. I'm going to display like in a one line. And when user focus on there, then I want to, let's say display that particular item in the enlarged mode, like the way how we have it in the Flipkart. So that's my requirement. So to do that one, first of all, what I can do is I'll be taking a div and then I'm just writing something like H2. This is going to be mouse events that what I can give. Mouse events that what I can give. And I'm going to have, let's have another div where I can give the margin top as going to be 2. And here I'm using div btn hyphen group I can give. It's a button group where I can provide like, the different buttons here. So the first button is going to be, maybe let's say, I'll be doing one thing. and I'm going to apply that image here directly. Let's have that image. Let's do one thing. I'll be providing a button where I can give BTN is the class that what I can give. And this is for black, one button. Second button is going to be gray. Third button is going to be blue. And fourth button is going to be what we are having. Black, blue, green, red. Red is available so that I can apply the red over there. That is how it is going to be. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to give here the name of the buttons. Name is going to be black, and here name is going to be, let's say, gray, that what I can give. And then name is equal to, let's have the blue, and at the same time name equal to, let's have the red. And I'm going to have only one event across all the buttons. That's my requirement. So that what I can do, I'll be providing an event, and that event is going to be, let's have mouse over that what I can give. That means whenever user keep mouse on there, then what I want to do is I'm going to write a function that is going to be set color, and then I wanted to give the color over here, and you can pass the color value, that's up to you. Maybe I can give the black here for the first button, and the second one is going to be, we have gray, I'm passing the gray, and third one is going to be, let's have the blue, and the fourth one is going to be, we have the red. This is how it is going to be. And now you can save it, and let's check the design how it is going to be. Let me come back here, and I wanted to write a simple function. Set color is the function that what I can give, and then which is having like one parameter. Maybe I can say color, name, and the type as going to be string. Now you can just see black, gray, blue, and then we have red. 4 are available. 4 buttons are available. When user click on like any of the button, then I'm going to execute this particular one, and based upon that I want to display that particular show. That is my requirement. So how I can do that one? For that reason, I'll be taking another div here. Okay. Otherwise, like above only I'll be displaying. After this, I'm going to have an image tag here. Image src, I'm giving some width over there. Let's have the width around 200 I can give. And then for this particular one, I'm going to get my image from the source. That means when user keep mouse on here, okay, when user keep mouse on here, I'll create another one. When user keep mouse on this particular button, then I just wanted to give what? Get that particular image and display it over there. So how I can do that one? Simply, can I write a simple switch condition here? Switch, or if anything you can give, maybe I can write a simple switch condition based on what? The color name that what we are having. Now, suppose let's say the first case is going to be, in the first case, suppose if you are getting like, the black, okay, then what I can do, I'm going to set that particular image source equal to, from where we are getting, from the assets folder, and then I'm going to give what black shoe dot jpg, that what I can give, and after that I am going to use the break tag. This is the first one. And the second case is going to be, suppose if it is going to be the red, then what I can do, this dot image source equal to, I'll be using assets folder. Okay, and then the next one is the red hyphen shoe dot jpg, that what I can give. And the same time I am giving the break tag here. And the next one is going to be, suppose if the case is going to be gray, then what I can do, this dot image src is equal to assets dot gray dot gray hyphen shoe dot jpg, that what I can give. And then following with break. And the last one is going to be, I am just writing, the last case is going to be what it is, it's a blue, where I can give this dot, okay, image src is equal to asset slash blue shoe dot jpg, that what I can give. And then I'm going to write the break over here. That's it. Now you can see chart box. Someone switch on the video. That even like I can't do anything. Please check yourself from online. Okay, now you can see when I come back here, initially we don't have anything. But when I keep my mouse on here, black, am I able to get the black one or not? When I keep gray and when I keep blue and when it comes to red, I'm able to see something like this. In place of that, if you wanted to keep that images also, that's up to you. But I'm just writing like, something like this, but in place of that. But you see, when I keep mouse on there, then automatically it will be displayed. I didn't even click on there also. I'm just keeping my mouse on there so that automatically it will be applied. Understood? And not only that, like when it comes to the mouse, we have a different event is available. I will show you. Let's say I'll take another div here. And for this div, I'm giving the style as going to be, sorry. I have another div and I wanted to write some style for this particular one. Style is equal to, let's say, height. It's around 100 pixel, that what I can give. And after that, I'll be having an image tag, and that image is going to be, let's say, some GIF image. Okay. Now you see, like we have a simple flag image. Now I wanted to get it from that assets folder. So assets slash flag dot GIF I can give. Okay, this is what I have given. and I just wanted to give some width for that one as going to be, let me give around 50 right now. Now the look is something like this. Now you can see this is how it is. We have an image, but I have a requirement. The requirement is going to be, let's say whenever user is moving the mouse, okay, whenever user is moving the mouse, I just wanted to get that particular flag, and that is also to be moved with the help of mouse only. That's my requirement. That means within the whole page, wherever I move the mouse, then I wanted to get this particular image also with that. So for that, what I can do, I have a div. That means when user move the mouse means it's all a div only, right? It's a container only, obviously. So for that one, what I can do, I'll be giving something like, we have an event that is going to be mouse move is available. Now for this one, you can write any event handler, mouse move, and at the same time, I'm going to write something like a dollar event. And then what I can do, I'll be creating a new function here, public mouse move is the one, and I'm going to have any that what I can say, and I wanted to apply some style object for this one. That means let's say public style object is equal to, so whatever the properties we just wanted to give, that you can specify it over here. So the first property is going to be, let's say position, and the type is going to be the string, and after that I'll be giving left, type is going to be the string, and then we have the top, and the type is going to be the string, that what I can say. And at the same time, left I'm giving, maybe you can give like, some 0 pixel or something, initial value 0 I can give. Okay, 0 pixel. And after that, we have the top, initially I'm giving 0 pixel, and after that I'm going to write the position, and initially I'm not giving any position value. Now when user mouse move, then I wanted to change that particular property. So how to apply this dot style object is equal to, how do I apply? The first property is going to be what? Left I can say, and the left is going to be, whenever user move the mouse, then I wanted to get that coordinate value. How to get the coordinate value? Tell me. E dot, we have client text is available or not? Yes or no? Client text, I just wanted to give it as pixel. And at the same time, I am just writing top. Top is going to be E dot, let's say client, y that what I can give, and then I am giving the pixel, and at the same time, I am going to apply the position as going to be absolute, that what I can say, and save this. Now I want to apply this particular style object for this image, so that I am using ng style equal to whatever that object we have created, I am going to apply that particular object. Let's save it and then come back here. Now you see, wherever I am moving my mouse, it is also coming to there. Clear now? How it is applied? Because whenever user move the mouse, then automatically it will get executed. This function, this event is executed, and that event will be calling what? An event handler. That is the function. What function it is? Mouse move. And there I am supplying what? Dollar event. Dollar event will get what? The control complete reference. Now I have applied for the top level div. That means for the whole container, I'm applying dollar event, so that I use the dollar event here. And then what I'm doing here, I created a simple style object and set some property, something like left, top, and position. And then I'm giving those property values to this one. First value, left is going to be the x coordinate, and top is going to be the y coordinate. And then position absolute I'm giving. As because of that reason, anywhere within here, if you can move, then automatically I'm able to get this image with me. You can see that. Clear na? Any questions, please? Anyone have any questions, please? I have explained you about this style binding also. Okay, it's not new to you. Style binding and class binding, both I have explained. Okay, next. Any questions? Well, I'm importing product detail interface. I'm facing some. Can I explain proper way to import? Okay, the import statement, guys, like whenever if you are doing any kind of import, you need not to write like, that import statement on the top. By default, like you will be getting the IntelliSense from the Visual Studio Code. If you are not getting, what you guys can do is go to the extensions. Right now, like, the size of this one is too big. Maybe when I reduce the size of it, you will be finding that extension window here. Okay, just click on that extension window and then you can just download Angular snippet from the John Papa, I guess. John Papa is the other. Okay, Angular snippet version 16 is available. You can search in here something like this, Angular snippets. You can search, then automatically you will be getting the very first one is that only. Just install it. I have already installed. You people also can install, so that automatically it is getting installed, and restart the Visual Studio Code. By default, it won't apply in some time. So that please restart the Visual Studio Code. And then suppose, let's say I need like, let's say the forms module is required for me. Then how I can do that? Simply, whatever you required, you can type it over there. Then automatically IntelliSense will give you. Okay, IntelliSense is provides you that one, forms module. If you are not getting like that, press control and a dot. If you can press control plus dot, okay, control dot at a time, then it will show you the quick fixes. And if you can just click on there, then automatically it will be added. Okay, not even like, the framework level, but also I hope we have used the contract classes, right? And it was created in a different project, not even in this project. Now I just wanted to use that particular one. Then what I can do, maybe I can say public products and the type is going to be, when I say about product info only, right? Or else, okay, product detail. Now you see, it will show you like, the whole path. Product detail, where I can write something like this. Okay, when I use something like this, then automatically that will be imported on the top. Otherwise, like from where we are getting that, you people know, if you are in the same project, then you need not to write everything. You can simply write that particular folder name and then you can use it. But it is there in a different project. So that is where I started from, where project and then Flipkart app and then SRC folder. There I have an app folder. There I created that, so that I am giving like this. Okay. Importing is automatic process. We need not to worry about it. It's all about like, knowing the folder structure is important. That you can understand. That's depend on like, one to another system, that is completely different. I created all my examples in D drive. You may create it in a different folder, right? So that's all depends. What basis we give the name to the component and project in any other way. It's all depend on the requirement. Suppose you created a, let's say, student module, and in that student module, like you have, let's say marks, or else student input if you want to take, then you can create a student.register.component.ts. It's all depend on the requirement. One requirement, another requirement, that is different. Rushikesh, it is done. You please practice and then let me know if you have any doubts. I have explained 2 days. Not sure like whether you attended or not. Okay. Any other questions, guys, please? Any other questions? Right. So this is all about what the mouse event, and I will show you like one example on keyboard event as well, and I'll give one more assignment. Okay, let's start. Go to the component, and then I'll open that from the integrated terminal where I can use the command prompt ng g c for the component, and this is all about the key event, so that I can give key and hyphen skip hyphen test, that what I can say. Right. Right. So generally, like, what are the keyboard events are available? As I told you, you can see here we have what? Key up, key down, and the third one is the key press. Key press is available. Like that, we have 3 events are available. Okay. Now the requirement is going to be, let's say I don't have any kind of database connectivity right now. So that is where I am creating some username. When user enter that particular username that comes under the list, I'll be displaying a message something like username is already taken. I hope you know, when it comes to like Gmail registration, you people are getting like that, right? You people are getting like that only. Whenever, if you can go to the Gmail and all, suppose let's say registration page, create a new account. Now you can see when I type something like this and then just come out and say next, there you see the username already taken. Suppose let's say I'll be giving another one, code with Shrikant, and then click on next. The username is already taken. How we are able to get a message something like that? Because like whatever the emails are registered with respect to the Gmail, those are going to be stored under some DB, and from there only we are able to get this particular message. When user enter a particular email, then automatically the request will go there and then verify, cross verify it over there, and if it is available, it's okay. Otherwise it is showing me what? Username was already taken, try with another, like that it is showing me some message. A kind of same requirement I wanted to implement. So for that, what I can do is, first of all, I'll be writing public users, that what I can say, and the type is going to be any, and then I'm going to write an array here. So the first one is going to be, let's say, username. The first username is, maybe I can write my name, and at the same time, let's say the second username is going to be, I'll be writing different names you can give, John. And after that, let's have the third username. The username is going to be Scott, I can say. And after that, I am going to have the fourth username as going to be, maybe I can say Naresh. Okay, this is how it is going to be. I'm having, let's say, 4 users are available. Now, whenever if user has entered like, the same name that was already available here, the same name that was already available here, I just wanted to display an error message. For that reason, what I can do, public user error, that what I can give, and the type is going to be string, that what I can say. And the same time, I'm going to write something like public is invalid, valid or not. I'm going to take it in a Boolean format where I can give it as false. And the same time, okay, this is how it is going to be right now. Now, first of all, I want to take an input from the user. So how I can do that? Let's say, let's come back here. I'll take a div, and the div is having the class as container. And I'm going to use something like register user, that what I can say. And then I'll take a DL and the DT user name, that what I can give. And I'm giving the DD where I can say an input type as going to be the text, and the name if you want to give anything. Now what I want to do is I'm going to write a simple event here, that is what, key up. Whenever user press the key and release, then key up will get execute. Okay, key up will get execute. At that time, I am just writing a simple function, that is verify user. And if you wanted to pass the dollar event, you can, but this moment, like, it is not required. Now I am going here. I wanted to write that function public verify user, that what I can say. And then I'll be using what, I'm passing some parameters, so that I'm using E of n. Okay, I'll do one thing. I don't want to go with like, the two-way data binding here. Whatever the value user has entered, I wanted to get by using this also. Yes or no? So that what I can do, I'll be writing something like this. If user dot, let's say, we have multiple, right? Multiple users are available. Okay, let me use like, the for loop, for where user of, where it is going to be users. Okay, because like I need to verify with all the user, not with one. So that is where I'm taking like, for off here. For off will get like, the value. So that here what I can do, I'll be writing if user dot, we have the user name is available, user name is available, user dot username is equal to e dot target dot, we have a property that is the value property. Then what I can do, this dot user error is equal to username already taken. Like that, I'm going to display a simple message to the user, and at the same time, this dot is invalid is equal to, let's have true. That's it. Okay, that means I'm going to write something like is invalid is equal to true, and after that immediately I'll be giving the break, because if you are not giving the break, the loop is getting iterated. That is the reason. And after that, else case, what I can do, I'm going to write something like this. In else case, we will be having what, this dot user error is equal to username available, and is invalid is going to be, I'll make it as false. Now this is, I'm going to display it to the user. So how I can display? I'll go to my HTML where I can have another DD here. Okay, another DD here. And then let's have some H4 or anything. And I want to display that particular user error here. But initially it is displayed, right? I'll apply like, and another one here. That is something like, we can give an ng class, and the first class is going to be text hyphen danger. When it is going to be applied, whenever is invalid, that means if it is true, text hyphen danger, comma, very good. And the next one is going to be, I'm going to apply text hyphen success, and I'm just writing it to true. Let's see how it will be. Oh, sorry. Ng class. Okay. I'll take this one, copy it, and go to the index.html where I can give that. And in the app module, I'm going to run it. Save it and then come back here. Now you can see username. The time when I type something like this, now is it visible or not? Username is available. When I give R, it is available. But when I say about Srikanth, let's see, it changes its color and it is showing me a simple message that username already taken. Suppose let's say if I'm giving an empty, then it is how it is. But I'm not writing like, whole, but this is how it is going to be. Let's say when I go with JH, it is available, OI it is available, but the time when I type N, username is already taken. Try with another. Okay, but it's all happen like, whenever user press any key from the keyboard. If user has pressed any key, then automatically it will be open. Clear na? So this is all about like, the keyboard event. Okay, now for you the thing is, same way like how we have like, username, take the password from the user and verify whether user has entered any of the capital letter or not. Capital letters. Okay, that means the password. That means in place of like username, just a password you can have, and then you can just verify a simple message like what I can say. Suppose if you can give like any password, and then if you can press the caps lock is on, then we are getting a warning message, right? Caps lock on, something like that. Have you seen anywhere? If you can just type something, and in between, if you can on the caps lock, by default below, you will be getting what? The caps lock on warning we are having, right? Warning message. Just to verify that whether the caps lock button is on or not. We have two approaches for that. You can use the caps lock key character code and you can verify. Otherwise, if user has entered any capital letter, okay, the capital letter range is from 65 to 90. I guess ASCII value A to Z. Capital A to Z, yeah, it is 65 to 90. If user has entered any or pressed any key from capital A to capital Z, then you have to display a warning message that the caps lock is on or else capital letter is on. Understood? So how we can implement that, you can decide and you can write the code. Any event you can use. Key up, key down, key press. 3 events are there. Any event you can use. There is a slight difference in between them. Nothing major. Okay. So that is going to be your assignment and try to complete it. And yesterday's one, how many of you guys have practiced? Only few. Okay. That's good thing. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, the people who don't have an interest don't come here. I observed, like, many people, not even a single, still they are using the mobiles. If you have that much, like, important work, no need to come. You can log in online. We have online 219 members. I know that like only 100 members can listen, and remaining people they throw away. Just they log in and then they throw away. You also can do the same if you don't have any interest to come for the sessions. But if you are coming to the session means, please concentrate over here. Okay, if you don't have any interest, no need to come, join online, do whatever you want at that time. Okay, because you are not the kids. If I focus on someone, then it's like, too awkward for them also, right? Definitely. Yes or no? If I point a particular girl or particular boy, then that's an awkward moment because we are not the kids. Just to grow up. That's it. Okay. I saw like, I'm observing from last 2 to 3 days, still like, it is repeating. If you don't have an interest, who asked you to come? Did anyone force you? No, right? Your money, your parents' money. It's not like, from my pocket, I'm not paying to anyone. Even I'm taking the money by teaching. If you want to do something else, then no need to come for the session. So please prepare for that and then only come. Otherwise, you can join online. If they are not provided the link, you just directly message me. I'll give you the link also to join online. Don't worry about it. But if you will be in the session, keep some concentration. That's important. Leave for the day. I'll upload all these examples. Is there tomorrow class at 7:30? Talking about .NET, Sagar. Yes, we do have. Yeah, we have tomorrow. Okay then. Chalo. Thank you and have a nice day.